Hello and welcome to Physical Therapy, a movie podcast inspired by the world of physical media and beyond. My name is Kurt.
My name is Sam.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking the 1996 Sylvester Stallone thriller Daylight.
Hell yeah, brother.
Recently released on 4K from Kino Lorber.
Recently released and canceled all within about 3 days.
Can't wait to find out why. I don't know why, and I'm going to let you tell us later on when we get into that film. We're going to both watch it off mic and come right back on and talk about our reactions to the movie.
Have you seen this?
I think as a kid.
Okay.
VHS,
Yeah.
not since. No memory of it.
This was definitely a movie that was rented more than once on VHS. Like, I think I watched it. My dad rented it. I watched it with my brother. I went to my buddy's house. I told him he had to watch it. It was a movie I saw many times, but I've not seen in years.
Iconic VHS cover, iconic poster.
Yeah, it's the same poster as the Kino release.
Which is why we love Kino, you know? Just the fucking poster is the cover. That's all you need. We will get to Daylight in a little bit, but first, Sam, should we talk some announcements?
Oh, dude.
It was a big day. Big day upon recording this podcast.
This has been my favorite day in a while in terms of announcements.
In terms of your life?
I just feel like the hobby is fun again.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
There were some announcements today that I was like, hell yeah, baby. Now we're cooking.
We found out about some arrows.
The big ones for me are In the Mouth of Madness, the 1994 John Carpenter insane movie.
Is it a Stephen King adaptation?
No, but the character of Sutter Kane, even with the same initials, is very much based on Stephen King.
Okay.
This is kind of like the last great Carpenter movie. And it might not be great, but it's like the last one before the wheels start coming off.
It's great.
It is. That's confirmed.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
It's crazy.
The arrow, it looks like it's a big box. Sign me up. And the cover is phenomenal. Very Lovecraftian cosmic horror.
Yep. So in. So very in for that.
Yeah. Can't wait. And honestly, I can't wait to upgrade my terrible looking, or just, I can't stand the cover of the Shout Factory release.
Mine has no slip sleeve, so I look forward to righting that wrong.
Yeah. Dude, they also announced, again, this was teased earlier in the year, but we finally have a month for the release of Spawn.
Yes, sir.
In 4K.
I can't wait.
Dude, I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that Spawn totally sucks, but yeah, I'm there for it.
Yeah.
I've never seen the director's cut. And again, it's like, you know, this is a movie that people swear by the director's cut of.
Okay. Interesting. And the director's cut is rated R?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't wait.
Yeah.
We might need to watch it before we decide to do an episode about it, but we'll see.
Fair. We could do comic book movies again, round 2.
Yeah. They announced Salem's Lot, 1979. I don't think I realized that they made that film back then.
Yeah, it's Tobe Hooper.
Oh.
It's like kind of very shortly after Texas Chainsaw. And it was made for TV.
Okay.
But it's like a 3-hour miniseries that is pretty great from what I remember.
Oh, wow. It's a miniseries. Okay.
So, yeah, I was hip to this because somebody on Reddit got a new arrow and there was a postcard for Salem's Lot inside of it. They often put these little postcards in for upcoming releases or movies that just came out. Like I have 2 Demolition Mans from them. But it was apparently in a copy of Zombie Flesh Eaters, or Zombie, the Fulci movie.
Copy.
But it had a little postcard of Salem's Lot in there. So hell yeah, dude. Sign me the fuck up for that. I can't wait.
What's up with a movie called 3 Extremes from 2004?
I never saw it.
An anthology with multiple directors, including Takashi Miike, right? Meek?
Yeah, I think it's just Meek.
And Park Chan-wook?
Yeah, I've never seen this. My guess is that it's probably pretty fucked up, but another cool Arrow release.
Yeah, I remember the title. I don't think I saw this. But yeah, I guess this is for October, right? So they're doing a lot of horror films.
Salem's Lot isn't necessarily dated. It just says coming soon.
Okay. And how about Prince of Darkness? They announced that too, right?
So they again posted like an image of it and it said coming soon to Arrow, but again, a non-slip sleeve Shout Factory that I have.
What's up with this movie? I've never seen this one.
Oh, you've never seen Prince of Darkness?
No.
Oh, dude, Prince of Darkness is awesome.
Hell yeah.
Prince of Darkness fucking rules.
87.
Yeah. Alice Cooper's in it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite scores of his, too. I guess I say that all the time. All of his movies are my favorite scores, but this one's really good. It's really cool. Like evil's like the devil or / evil is like personified in this church in this like green goo and these people have to fight against it. It's awesome.
Sign me right up for that. Was there anything else besides Arrow stuff that we haven't talked about?
Yeah, the last big one is a movie that I've definitely wished for that I love, and Shout announced that they are going to be doing Day of the Dead on 4K.
Is this a sequel to Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, kind of as the same way that Dawn is a sequel to Night.
Okay.
Like, it's not following the same characters or anything like that, but you've never seen this either?
Not Day of the Dead, I don't think.
Oh, shit, dude. Day of the Dead fucking rips. It's got some really gnarly zombie gore in it. It's really great. This was like, it was just like one announcement after the other for me today.
Yeah, that's a bunch of great stuff to look forward to. Hopefully it's all dropping in October and we can talk about all of it.
Dude, we haven't even talked about the Criterion releases for October.
That's true. That happened like right after we recorded last time.
Yeah.
They confirmed History of Violence.
Finally.
I like the cover. You don't.
Yeah, that's not my favorite.
What else was there?
Nightmare Alley, the Guillermo del Toro version of Nightmare Alley.
Black and white.
It's only black and white?
No, they have both, but like his preferred cut of it is black and white. So there's a 4K of both versions.
I almost just bought it too because I was just talking about that movie with somebody and I...
Nice. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. It popped in my head like a month ago. I was like, man, I'm ready to see that again. I think I actually only ever saw a screener of it, like around award season.
Oh.
So I've only seen it on DVD, like a very compressed DVD. So I can't wait to see that properly. They're doing Eyes Without a Face, which had a release from Umbrella, right?
Yeah, you and I picked the Umbrella version up earlier this year.
Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, 4K.
Which we just talked about with Drew on the Farley episode.
Yeah.
So that's fun. The newest Cronenberg The Shrouds is getting like from the Criterion Contemporaries line.
Did you see that? The Shrouds? Mm-hmm. Is it good?
I liked it a lot, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to pick this up for sure. And then Ken Russell's Altered States.
Dude, what's up with Altered States?
So I've only seen it once, and it was when I first moved to Portland, and I liked it, but I don't think I was really ready for it. Like, it's very trippy and heady.
Okay.
And now that I'm on this newfound William Hurt love, I really can't wait to go back to it.
I fucking love William Hurt.
Dude, how is The Big Chill not talked about as the best movie ever made, knowing that it stars the two best leading men, William Hurt and Tom Berenger?
Damn, where's that 4K?
Yeah, I'd take it, but the blue looks incredible.
It does. Yeah, it does. You're right.
Ooh, there's a big one from Kino.
What is it?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's big, but it's big for me. In keeping with perfect harmony in this episode, Kino announced that they are releasing all 4 airport movies.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what? Airport 75.
Is there an Airport 77?
Airport 77, and then it's like Concorde.
Yeah.
Airport 79.
I've seen the first one. I don't think I've ever seen the sequels.
I was in Chicago this past week, and when they announced this, I was talking to my parents, and I was like, have you guys seen these movies? And my stepdad, Mark, was like, yeah, I've seen Airport 1. I didn't know they made 3 others. I can't wait. I will be pre-ordering them any day now.
Well, yeah, I definitely want the first one.
You're just getting the one?
Yeah, I just want the first.
Here's the thing, and this is what the issue with the whole thing is. The first one is $30, and the whole set is $80.
Yeah, but that's $50 that's going to go to nothing but stress and pressure to watch 3 sequels that probably suck.
Dude, one of them, the airplane ends up at the bottom of the ocean. At one of them, it flies into the Bermuda Triangle and it gets all lost and shit.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Hell yeah, man.
They announced a big one for me, which is a 4K restoration, 4K release of Dogtooth coming out in September, end of September.
Did they? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the movie. I didn't seen that announcement. That's cool.
This is Yorgos Lanthimos' first film, I believe. It's so good. Dogtooth.
Very strange.
A very provocative cover, original cover art, I think, for the 4K restoration. I think there might be a theatrical re-release of this or something, or it played maybe at festivals. I had seen this poster before this announcement of the disc, but I believe the artwork is new. Warner Archive announced a 4K of Get Carter with Michael Caine. What's up with Get Carter? Speaking of Stallone.
Yeah, I've definitely never seen the Michael Caine version, but I've definitely seen the Stallone remake. Is it good?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Sony Pictures is doing a steelbook of Silverado from 1985. This stars Kevin Kline.
Stallone, right?
Stallone?
Is he in Silverado?
I don't know. Danny Glover, Scott Glenn, Kevin Costner.
I'm thinking of a completely different movie, but I've been told that people like Silverado more than they like Tombstone.
Whoa.
Now, I've never seen it.
I think Kim might have been watching Silverado while she was abroad. We were talking on the phone and she was like, what movie is on TV right now? Like, this person's in it, this person's in it. I think she said Gene Hackman was in it. Is Gene Hackman in Silverado? Welcome to a podcast where we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. All right. Lots to look forward to, Sam. The hits keep coming, you know?
Dude.
They're keeping us in the game.
Yeah. The past couple months have been a little quiet for me, so I'm pretty excited with a lot of these announcements over the past couple days.
Yeah, between Arrow and Criterion, it's pretty exciting.
I'm buying almost this entire Criterion slate, which never happens for me.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And it'll be just in time for the next sale, right? Usually that's like top of November.
Yeah, I thought about going back to the sale the other day, and I just was like, I'm not gonna do that right now.
Yeah, I've stuck to my few that I was planning to get. Feeling good about that. Do you have anything else to confess?
Yeah, I went home to Chicago. I was hanging out, and right next door to the Music Box right now, Terror Vision, which is a Blu-ray label, has a pop-up happening.
Oh, cool.
Originally, it was only going to be till the end of September, but now it seems like it's going to be there till November. So anybody in the Chicagoland area, I highly recommend checking that spot out. They have a bunch of stuff, all of Terror Vision's releases right now, as well as some used and new stuff from Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome. I picked up Rumpelstiltskin, which is from the creator of Leprechaun, which is from like 1996. You've definitely seen this cover before. It was like one of those VHS covers that was just in every video store. And I saw a clip, probably 12-second clip from this movie online the other day of Rumpelstiltskin driving a car and running somebody over. And I just said, yup. So I picked up that and this movie called Santa Claus, which has a sticker on it that just says not for kids. So this might be porn. I have no idea. But John Russo, who was one of the writers and producers of Night of the Living Dead with George Romero, made this movie. He wrote the script for it.
Are these Blu-rays you bought?
Rumpelstiltskin is a 4K. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah.
And Santa Claus is definitely a Blu-ray.
Congratulations. That's very exciting.
The tagline for Santa Claus is, he's clawing through the snow and his sleigh bells are ringing.
Okay.
You know.
I don't really understand that, but
I don't really get it either.
Report back.
I might have to wait till for Christmas for that one, but we'll see what happens.
I feel like you're going to watch that on Christmas 2029. Shout out to a pop-up. That's exciting.
Yeah, dude, it was really cool. They did a really good job with there. I'm pretty sure the guy behind the counter was just the guy who runs Terror Vision.
Hell yeah.
And it seems like they will be in there until Music Box builds its third theater.
As in its third screening room?
Yeah. Dude, the Music Box is very different from when you and I were there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've been in the last 7 years, I would say.
Well, the concessions is on a new side. They have a bar now. They have an outdoor garden that has a screen in it. Apparently, they have all new seating.
Wow. Nice.
It's got a facelift, and I'm happy for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the best. I think my only confession is a trade-in that I did down at Amoeba. So
okay.
A confession I can feel good about. I had some store credit.
Yeah, that's good.
And I got the brand new Steelbook 4K of Small Soldiers.
Ooh.
Joe Dante's action figures come to life, wreaking havoc.
You got to let me know about this one because the blue does not look great. But with it being a Steelbook only right now, I'm not dying to upgrade.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to AB it because I agree with you about the Blu-ray. There is no review at this point of recording on Blu-ray.com of the visual, transfer of it. But I did Google it the other day and it seemed like people are happy with it. So
okay,
here's hoping.
That's good to know. You know what showed up? A mini confession because it was already paid for is the 4K of Ace Ventura.
Oh, shit.
90s comedy's coming in hot right now on 4K and Blu-ray.
Absolutely. Is there a slip sleeve on that?
There is a fucking slip sleeve on it.
Is it a Shout Select?
Yes. Can somebody make it make sense?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Sometimes they have slips, sometimes they don't.
I think from here on out, they're just doing them.
But, that's not true. Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia came out, 3 weeks ago, and there's no slip on that.
But Bring It On does have one.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't fucking know, man. Somebody from Shout, give us a call.
Dude, the other day at Amoeba, I was circling the Alexander Revisited 4K from Shout. with a slip.
You son of a bitch.
I had credit. It was like $39. And I was like,
Please tell me you spent that credit on Small Soldiers
I
instead.
did, yeah.
Thank God. Thank God.
I just kept looking at Alexander being like, I can't get this and also have Kingdom of Heaven in my shame pile. One or the other.
Yeah, sure.
And I think I made the right choice.
I mean, until you get Rumpelstiltskin, you haven't made any type of choices.
Have you watched anything good before we get into Daylight?
I've seen a couple things in the theater. I have not watched much at my house. While I was traveling, it was my grandpa's 98th birthday, RIP, and The Dark Knight's 18th year theatrical anniversary.
Same day?
Yep, July 18th. We did not watch The Dark Knight, but we talked about it.
Okay, good. Did you get your Odyssey tickets?
No, but I've been seeing online that people have been.
They went real fast. First of all, they only did 70 mil IMAX screenings, so only film ones. So there's only a certain amount of theaters that even, had pre-release.
Sure.
And they only did the 7 p.m. showtime for like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, did you get them?
I did not get them. They went in minutes. And they did it at like 9 p.m. LA time, so they did it midnight Eastern.
Yeah.
And there was no like heads up as far as I knew as to what time it was going to happen. And I happened to see that it had started at like 9:04 Pacific, and it was already too late. But I like going to movies at 10 in the morning now, so it's fine.
Me too, dude.
I'll wait.
I saw Eddington at 10:55 this morning.
Nice.
Have you seen it?
Not yet. I'm waiting for Kim.
Really?
Can't wait. Yeah, she's in.
Does Kim like Beau is Afraid?
Some of it.
Okay.
Some of it. I watched Hereditary on 4K recently.
Oh, fun.
Oof.
I mean, not fun, but awesome.
Awesome. God, it's good.
Yeah.
Hereditary is so good. Really great disc, too. I hadn't seen that disc yet. I'd only seen it on Blu-ray.
Whatever. I just want him to go back.
Can't wait, dude. Sign me up for Eddington. Sign me up for Beau is Afraid Part 2. Any day of the week. Extended cut.
I liked Eddington more than I liked Beau is Afraid, without a doubt.
Okay.
So I know that you live in LA and you have different access to theaters, but in terms of the Odyssey, for our listeners who don't live in LA or have that type of access, would you recommend going in IMAX or 70 millimeter if it's an option? Like for me, for example, I don't have a film projected IMAX screen out here. So I can go see it in 70 millimeter at the Hollywood, or I can go see it in IMAX at the Regal.
That's a great question. I think probably 70 millimeter for the theatrical experience of it all. Mm-hmm. The only reason I would hesitate is because the entire movie is shot in IMAX. It's the first movie to be shot entirely on IMAX.
Which is why I ask.
Which would be a different aspect ratio, whether it's on film or not. So you would see more picture if you went to a digital presentation at an IMAX than I think you would see on 70 mil in a non-IMAX screen. I would imagine that that's like a 1.85 presentation, and then the IMAX one would fill the whole IMAX.
Sure.
But I still think purist-wise, probably 70.
I think I'm going to go in both.
Yeah. Do we think that it's 2 parts? I do.
God fucking damn it. Seriously?
Why would that be a problem? Don't you kind of wish Dark Knight Rises was 2 parts?
Yes, but that was before every fucking movie was 2 parts. I actually very much wish The Dark Knight Rises was 2 parts.
But like, aren't you glad Dune is 2 parts? Now 3 parts?
See, that's my point. Like that.
But it's Dune, Dune the novel is broken in half.
But it's one novel.
However, it's 800 pages or something.
Yeah, but it came out as one novel.
But they're not going to make a
I get it.
5-hour movie.
I mean, I'd fucking go.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that, like, there are certain things where I'm like, I'm a little over it. Like, the last 2 Mission Impossibles are a perfect example of, like, a mediocre movie, if at best spread between 2 movies that made me sit fucking 5 hours through this thing.
What if the first hour of the Odyssey Part 2 is a montage of other Christopher Nolan movies? Sign me right up.
I'd be like, yeah, all right, here we go.
Just the highlight reel of Tenet before we see Cyclops, Robert Pattinson, or whoever the hell he's going to play. Let's go. I promised you in a text that I had a hot take.
Ooh, yeah.
Recording.
Yes.
The other night, I threw on a 4K of a movie I definitely had not seen since probably 1995.
Okay.
Little movie directed by Steven Spielberg.
Oh, Christ.
Called Hook.
Okay, a massive failure upon its release.
Is that true? What?
Spielberg was in like a way cold zone.
I'm looking this up.
All right.
Hook was not a box office success.
Maybe it was just critically, but I don't think it was.
It made $300 million.
What was its budget? 299?
70.
Total failure, as I said.
This is a movie that was huge as a kid for me. Was it big for you?
Yeah, we didn't own it, but
Okay.
my neighbors had it. It was like around culturally, without a doubt.
Okay. I loved it as a kid, and I hadn't seen it since. As an adult, it doesn't necessarily play the same. It has some adult themes that work. It has some like Christmas Carol-y stuff going on about, you know, reclaiming your innocence and youth and things like that. But for the most part, I feel like it's a movie made for children. And
Yes.
I tapped very quickly into what I remembered it being like as a kid and had a blast.
Wow.
Like, I think that as a kid's movie, Hook is amazing and still amazing. It's just very like small. The sets and the locations and stuff, it's very like soundstagey in a way that I never thought about that as a kid, you know, and it would not be made that way today.
Sure.
But the first 20 minutes, especially like when the kids get like kidnapped, all the visuals, all the music, it's so scary. And yeah, it rocks. Dustin Hoffman, man. Like,
So what's your fucking hot take? That Hook is good?
it Hook's good because I feel like people don't think Hook's good anymore.
That's what I'm saying, man. People hate this movie.
Well, not me.
I think critically it got shat upon. I thought you were about to roll in and be like, yo, Hook's the best Spielberg movie since Jaws.
Well,
It is not. Don't you fucking dare.
also blew my mind how early it is. I would have guessed that it was like mid 90s, but it's like before Jurassic Park. I did not know that.
It's before Jurassic Park?
Yeah, it's 91, Hook.
Wow.
It might be right before Jurassic Park. I don't know.
My guess is yes, because isn't Jurassic Park 93?
Yeah.
That's wild, dude. That is definitely something that I would not have guessed.
Yeah, confirming right before Jurassic Park. It's Dean Cundy. It looks incredible, the 4K.
Fucking course, dude.
And the music, oh my God, the music is so good.
Do you want to know a secret? When I was back in Chicago, I went to an arcade and I looked at a Hook like arcade cabinet and I went, no fucking way. And I walked past it.
What's an arcade cabinet?
It's just like that's what an arcade machine is called, a cabinet.
Oh, like on top of a pinball machine? Is that what you're talking about?
It's just like, yeah, I'm just talking about an arcade game.
Was it like a digital game or like a...
It was the original Hook game from 1991 in an arcade. Like, it's an arcade machine. They're called cabinets.
with like the handle and the buttons?
Yes. Yes.
Last time I went to an arcade was with you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you missed out, Sam. I hate to tell you. Putting that Hook right next to Black Sheep and the Desert Island pics.
Was this a shame pile, like, pull?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hadn't been in there that long, but
Sure.
boy, no regrets.
You know what I finally upgraded and watched from the shame pile? First Blood.
Okay.
4K looks great.
Yep.
No notes.
Is there a slip on that?
No.
Studio release, huh?
Yep. Kind of bogus, but whatever.
Arrow would be awesome.
The minute anybody announces that one,
Yeah.
like, without a doubt.
All right. Speaking of Stallone.
Let's go to it.
Okay, we're going to hop off the mics and throw on 1996 Daylight, starring Sylvester Stallone in 4K, and hop right back on and talk all about it. Okay, we are back in the light.
Thank God, man. That darkness was spooky.
All right, Sam, the first 10 minutes of this movie, there's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah. You're meeting people left and right. You're cruising through New York City. It feels a lot like New York, right? Everyone's got a place to be.
Exactly. The first thing we see is a construction site with toxic chemicals in big yellow barrels getting picked up for transport.
Yep.
Did you also think that there was like nefarious things happening in that exchange?
Yeah. There kind of are. He says, like, my guy will let you through. He pays him cash.
Okay.
And he says, we're going to dump these on the Jersey side.
Oh, got it. Okay. So it's like The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to dump these on the Jersey side because they're too toxic for New York.
For New York. So a bunch of toxic chemicals are being transported under the Hudson River, right? Mm-hmm. Into New Jersey through an underground tunnel.
The tunnel. Everybody on the
tunnel.
East Coast knows it.
Meanwhile, as you said, there's a murderer's row of character actors.
Yeah, 90s character actors.
Familiar faces. I was like reaching for my phone to start looking up
Yeah.
like the first two people, and then like 12 more faces showed up, and I was like, I gotta watch this movie. I can't spend this entire time being like, oh, that girl's from Boy Meets World.
Yep. Dude, there's the old guy in this movie. I had to look up because I'm like,
what's he from?
I think this guy comes into my bar every Sunday.
Oh my God.
He doesn't. The actor's been dead for a long time.
What's he from? The guy with the dog?
I didn't look. I saw that he was dead, and I was like, well, he's not the guy that comes into my bar every fucking Sunday. His name is Colin Fox, and he's Nelson in Tommy Boy.
Oh my God. Get a good look at a T-bone. Okay, so one of these characters that we meet is played by Amy Brenneman.
Oh God, living in just, man, her introduction in this movie fucking made me so mad.
It's like the absolute worst cliches of New York living. She's getting catcalled as she's walking into her shitty apartment, which is covered in roaches.
Which she's drinking instant coffee made with like cold water from the tap.
She's trying to write a play.
She's fucking a dude who is married with kids who calls her to be like, I still love you during his kid's birthday party.
She finds a rat in her underwear drawer.
Oh my God.
Brutal, dude. Another person that we meet is a man named Roy Nord, played by Viggo Mortensen.
Hell yeah.
Who we see at first in like a boardroom where everyone is watching a cut of a commercial starring him, where he's doing all sorts of like outdoor adventure type activities in exotic locations. Who is he? He's like a famous, athlete?
Yeah, he like is a famous athlete, like kind of extreme sports person who also owns this Nike-like company.
Right, okay.
So he's in this board meeting pitching this commercial to the board, and they're talking about buying ad space during the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like they really need a hit.
There's also a police officer who's like assigned to a post in the tunnel. There's like a toll kind of kiosk situation going on down there.
Yeah, it seemed like he was kind of like monitoring some like closed circuit TVs and cameras and stuff.
Yes. So he is played by Stan Shaw.
Fucking rules.
And you may remember as Tyler from Snake Eyes.
Oh, yeah. Who you'll also maybe remember as a helpful police officer in Monster Squad.
He rules.
Go, Tyler. Go, Tyler.
Yeah. He is newly in love with a woman who works in wherever like they're monitoring these cameras looking at this tunnel.
Yeah, I gotta say, there's not a lot of like explanation given to who anybody is in this movie, which is kind of awesome. And at the same time, I'm like, yeah, sure, this is like New York City's emergency response team.
Yeah, okay, fair. There's a million other people, but of course, we meet a cab driver played by Sylvester Stallone.
Dude, it's been like 15 minutes since we finished this movie, and I couldn't tell you what Stallone's name is for the life of me.
His name is Kit Latura. He mostly goes by Latura.
Mm-hmm.
He is disgraced. That's what we know about him. And he's taking some like high profile clients from a fancy hotel to the airport. They're on their way. They're just outside of the tunnel. Everyone else, Amy Brenneman is in the tunnel. She's quitting New York, basically.
Yeah.
She's like singing along to New York, right? But like talking shit about it.
Yeah.
Changing the lyrics.
She's really creative.
There's a transport short bus of prisoners in the tunnel. There's a family, husband, wife, teenage daughter.
Do you know who the mom is?
Dude, no. It's driving me nuts.
Okay.
Karen Young is her name. I kept looking her up.
She is the cop who Adriana reports to in The Sopranos.
In The Sopranos.
Ugh. Just like total New York actress.
Hell yeah. It was driving me crazy. Vigo's down there because Vigo's... Where's
also
he going?
He's trying to go to... Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people down there.
And there's a man who's not in the tunnel getting into his car, his nice car with a briefcase. Is the briefcase handcuffed to him?
Yeah, he like works at a jewelry exchange or whatever, or like a diamond exchange. So he is handcuffed to the briefcase.
3 hooligans straight out of fucking Mad Max.
Street punks. Like straight up
smokers from
1982
Waterworld.
street punks.
Show up, beat the shit out of him, cut off the briefcase and steal his car.
And then drive into the tunnel. So, the cops are like, we don't even fucking care because we know we're just going to arrest him right on the other side of it.
Yeah, the cop, like it's New York cops, and they're like, call Jersey. Like, no big deal. While they're racing through this tunnel,
they spill all the diamonds all over the car, and that causes them to start driving super erratically because they're trying to pick up the diamonds, and one of the people in the front seat is in the driver's way, and the driver can't see, and he ends up hitting the gas when he should hit the brake. And what does he drive into?
A truck carrying a bunch of yellow barrels full of toxic, flammable chemicals.
And truly one of the most insane explosions I've ever seen in my life takes place seconds after this.
For minutes.
Yeah.
It lasts minutes. Imagine like the Independence Day tunnel fireball where Vivica A. Fox and her dog and child like miraculously like dive into a little room like on the side of the tunnel and everybody else gets killed. If it lasted for 5 fucking minutes and involved so many practical shots of mannequins behind the wheel of a car getting crushed by pieces of concrete coming down from the ceiling.
Or engulfed in like a river of flames.
Yeah. Also, it's like there's so many people who are in their car when a full-blown like wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling fireball engulfs their car, like glass and fire like shooting at them, shooting into the windows, and they just like kind of duck down and it like flies over the top of them, and then they're just like the main characters of the movie because they somehow survive. Are you kidding me?
Didn't bother me, I gotta say. I would watch this tunnel explosion every day over Independence Days.
Yeah, I mean, it looks better. It looks great.
Way better. It's also like, I wonder if whoever wrote this movie was sitting around and then they saw Independence Day and they were like, whoa, dude, what if they were just in the tunnel the whole time? You know who directed this movie, right?
I do.
Rob Cohen.
Yes.
Directed a little movie you might remember called Fast and the Furious, baby.
Yeah, and a little movie called The Skulls. What do you know about The Skulls, dog? Triple X, the first one. Stealth.
Stealth fucking rules.
His last film is The Hurricane Heist.
Dude, I never saw that.
Dude, me neither.
Just let me know when.
The real question I have for you is his big movie the same year as Daylight is Dragonheart.
Oh shit. That's when Sean Connery voices the dragon?
Yeah.
And Dennis Quaid is the other person in it?
Yeah. Pete Postlewaite, Jason Isaacs. Come on, Kino. The writer also wrote Dante's Peak.
Fucking hell, yeah.
What year is Independence Day?
94, 95, I think.
Okay. 96, Sam.
Damn.
96. So that's July 3rd, 96, obviously. Daylight is December 6th. So I would say that probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not enough time. So this tunnel is destroyed.
Utterly destroyed.
It's collapsed basically on both ends.
Mm-hmm. And because of the nature of the chemicals that were being transported, it is now being filled with like unbreathable, terrible air that all of the survivors have 3 hours to get out of or they will die.
Right as the explosion is finishing, Stallone pulls up on the New York side of the tunnel and immediately jumps out, starts helping people, starts like putting out fires on people. He's clearly like comfortable in this type of situation and knows what he's doing.
Very much trained for it. And like through some broken dialogue, we kind of discover that he isn't just a cab driver. I'm kind of confused at what his job was. He's like the head of the EMTs.
I think he was like a fire chief, wasn't he?
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
And we don't really know why yet, but we get the sense that, well, we know that he's no longer the fire chief and whatever happened to him was controversial.
An emergency medical services chief.
Okay. And he goes into the tunnel and like sees familiar faces from, you know, when he was on the job, and they're like, what are you doing here? Like, you don't work here anymore. Yeah. Some of them are kind of hostile to him. He's suggesting all these ideas as to how to solve this problem. Some of them are interested, some of them are not.
The new chief of the EMS dies, during a rescue operation that happens completely off screen. And Stallone is basically left as the only person who's trained enough, who knows the system enough, knows the sewer system, the tunnels, that can get in and help these people. And the rest of the EMS squad is like, yeah, fuck it, who cares? If he dies, he dies. So they send him in there.
Very much like The Rock, this sequence.
Oh my God, so much so.
Yeah, they send him through a system of giant
fans,
ventilation fans,
tunnels, and
that they're stopping for like 30 seconds at a time, and he's got to like wiggle his way through while they're like about to start up again and chop him to pieces.
I gotta say, this scene in particular, for a man who is on a time crunch, he moves pretty fucking slowly through these fans.
I couldn't believe how long this sequence lasted.
I know.
Like, dog, let's just, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, we get it. He's going to get into the tunnel.
It's very silly. But he gets down there, and now he's these people's only hope of getting out. And that's basically what this movie is. He's down there with, a cast of characters
who are all extremely fucking hostile towards him when he gets down there, too.
Yeah, they're like, it's just you? Didn't I read about you in the paper?
Yeah, truly. They're like, what the fuck? You didn't bring anybody else? And he's like, no, it's just me. And they're like, okay, well, let's just go through this tunnel that you came through. And he's like, it won't work. The fans are on. And they just scream at him some more.
Yeah, they're really mean to him.
Dog, cut this guy some fucking slack over here.
Vigo tries to get out by, do we call that spelunking? Do we call that mountain climbing?
You can call that spelunking.
He spelunks his way up a shaft.
Yeah. And Stallone is like, don't do it. It's not sound. It's not safe.
Yeah. And he keeps cutting to giant pieces of machinery that are hanging on by a thread way up high above him that he can't see.
Yeah.
And Vigo's he's Mr. Extreme Athlete, and he's
literally there's a line in which he says, George, I was born 6 weeks premature. My mother couldn't keep me in. You think you're gonna?
Yeah, and then he gets fucking crushed by a giant, piece of metal.
Yeah, spoiler alert for 1996's Daylight, but his death scene is awesome.
He's rappelling quickly down as stuff's starting to fall, and he makes it to the ground on his feet.
Yeah.
And he looks up at all this stuff falling, and in a split second just spits his gum out and then gets crushed. Yeah. It's awesome.
He fully realizes that he has absolutely no chance to save himself, and he just fucking gives up.
Love it, dude.
Yeah.
Eventually, water's coming in.
It just becomes a giant disaster movie at that point. It's
a lot like Poseidon Adventure.
Yeah, or the Towering Inferno, or
it's both of those movies combined, really.
Airport 1 or 3, who knows?
All right, let me ask you 2 questions.
Yep.
Is this movie better with terrorists?
Yes and no.
I think yes.
Without a doubt.
Yes. I think that them having to fight the terrorists and then eventually work together and then eventually get betrayed by the terrorists and then eventually win as they're trying to get out of this tunnel would make it a lot better.
Oh, you're saying they got to team up with the terrorists to get out of the tunnel?
That would be Act 2, the end of Act 2. My other question is this movie better with alligators?
Definitely yes.
It could even be a Godzilla style thing. Something
sewer shark.
Awakened.
Sewer shark. I mean, I think without a doubt, it's a better movie with a giant alligator or alligators. And it becomes kind of a creature feature, which is a favorite on this show.
I mean, that's basically Deep Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea is the Poseidon Adventure with sharks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I guess this movie just got a little tedious for me.
It's too long. Without a doubt, it is too long. And that's the only negative thing I will say about this movie.
It's very melodramatic.
I fucking loved this movie.
Okay. All right. All due respect to Amy Brenneman.
Oh, she is.
She is not good in this.
No. I sat there the entire movie going is she even good in Heat?
Yes, she is good in Heat. It's shocking that it's the same person.
Hey, lady, why are you so interested in what I do or what I read?
God, she's so sad when he asks her that. Yeah. She's just a nice person who wants to talk about books. It's so heartbreaking. She's amazing. She's amazing in Heat.
Yeah, dude, she got left by Neil, and so then she moved to New York to write plays.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. That's more interesting.
There you go.
I gotta rewatch this. There's plenty of like emotional, thrilling sequences. I don't know about plenty. There are a few. There are characters I liked. There are characters I was annoyed by. I wanted people to get out, but I didn't. I guess I just didn't care enough about the characters and felt like they were really trying to make me. But only a couple, mostly the dog. Was I actually feeling emotional?
I did care about that dog, honestly. I'll say this. I think it was like, for 1996, it feels very much a throwback to the disaster movies of the 70s and the early 80s. Like, very much so. It seemed like right up that alley. And in all of those movies too, they have these massive casts. And sometimes the characters are not as fleshed out as you want them to be, but it's all about putting those people in peril again so it can get to the next big set piece. And the set pieces in this movie are entertaining enough that I was like, oh, cool. Okay. We're onto the next one.
I just wish it had more going on. Does the explosion need to happen so early, or could there have been a whole first act that was like leading up to that with terrorists or sharks? I'll stop.
No, I mean, that's totally fair. I mean, if you combine this movie and Alligator, is it the best movie ever made?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
let's talk a little bit about the disc.
Sure.
Which looks fantastic.
But doesn't sound great.
Interesting.
My sound mix was, I played around with it a couple different times. I thought it was kind of unbalanced, honestly.
The only comment I would make on that is I felt like there was noticeable like rear track stuff happening on my setup. Like there was a couple times where I was like, oh, that's like a very obvious noise coming from behind me. It like didn't feel very well balanced. I don't know if that's necessarily the disc's fault or if it's a leveling thing on my end. It's not the first time that I've heard it, but it doesn't happen that often. So I'm not really sure. But
I felt like the dialogue was like insanely undermixed.
Interesting. I didn't notice that.
Okay.
This movie unfortunately suffers from like the entire goddamn thing is ADR'd because they're just always on a soundstage with water pouring out of the ceiling. So like you can't use any of that dialogue.
There was definitely parts of it where I'm like, that person did not just fucking say that.
Yeah. Which like doesn't help with some of the performances, to be honest. But
sure.
What kind of mixes were on it? Do you know?
There is a 5.1. It's not Atmos, but digital surround sound. And then there's a 2-channel.
Were you flipping between those two or?
Yeah. And neither of them sounded great on my setup right now, but my setup's a little wonky right now.
Gotcha. But the effects look great for the most part.
Really
like,
good, honestly.
Very much in line with like those Irwin Allen disaster movies. All practical. There's
a scene towards the end where Stallone is like kind of freaking out and he punches into this clay wall. Mm-hmm. And it is very much like him like acting in that scene. And it reminds me of kind of along the lines of the end of First Blood, but nowhere near as good.
Yeah.
And I was just picturing him on this stupid soundstage, like covered in mud and oil and everything. And he's like, all right, we gotta tap back into
it. He's so muddy. It's crazy.
Oh my God, dude. But again, it's before he gets like a bunch of work done. So he kind of just looks like a normal fucking person in this movie.
He looks great.
Yeah. Also, I think it's worth pointing out that he does not get shirtless in this movie.
Is that something he usually does?
Yeah, I mean, even in Cliffhanger, he's like in a fucking tank top at one point.
Is he still in that good a shape in 96?
Cliffhanger's like 93 to 96,
really?
Yeah.
I always think of that as being an 80s movie.
Oh, no. It's in the 90s for sure. And then, shortly after Daylight, he goes to Copland where he like put on all that weight.
Mm-hmm. Damn, there's a trailer on this disc for Dante's Peak.
Okay, so we got to talk about this for a hot second.
Yeah, I mean, this is related, so.
I haven't had time to explore the special features on this disc, so I don't know much about it. But I'll tell you this. So as Kurt and I mentioned earlier, this disc came out when, Kurt? Like in March?
Yeah, March 11th.
So this disc came out in early March. And if you were one of like the lucky people to have pre-ordered it or found it out in the wild, it pretty much got pulled right as it came out.
Yeah, within like a day or two, from my memory.
I only own this movie because you happened to buy 2 of them and I took one off of you.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll buy 2 and return one, whichever, is the better slip sleeve condition wise, I'll keep. And I had 2, so I hooked you up. But right at that same time, they had canceled Dante's Peak, which was supposed to come out April or something.
Now, from like some very light internet sleuthing, what I can tell is that this is what somebody got as an email from Kino Direct about Daylight. Dear customer, unfortunately, due to production issues, we regret to inform you that the release of Daylight has been delayed indefinitely. As a result, we will be removing this item from your order and you will not be charged for it. If this is the only title on your order, the order will be canceled and you will not be charged. If your order contains multiple titles, Daylight will be removed and the rest of your order will be shipped once all items are in stock. If you have any questions and would like to cancel the rest of your order, email us. So that's what customer service was sending out to people. But then somebody else said via their contact at Kino Lorber, my rep told me that their 4K discs of Daylight and Dante's Peak have been delayed and pulled. However, they are not canceled and both should be back on the schedule later this year.
Interesting. The AI team over at Google appears to think that it's rights issues, licensing issues.
That's really what the internet ramblings have seemed to be. I read some things that somebody said it was a technical issue, and then a bunch of people had chimed in and said it wasn't a technical issue. It was probably a rights issue. And so it kind of just keeps going back and forth. I don't think there's ever been a definite answer of why we're not getting it right now.
I'd be shocked if it was a technical problem, especially
having just watched it. And
yeah, I mean, I haven't, combed over the entire disc, but the movie was fine. And usually if that were to happen, they just send out replacement discs.
Yeah.
I don't know what the rights for a movie like this costs Kino to license, but I can't believe that a production problem would stop them from releasing a title altogether,
Without a doubt.
Unless it is coming out again.
I really want Dante's Peak, so I'm really hoping that these are just pushed because of some type of rights issue, and we will be getting them by the end of the year.
It looks like you can stream it if you have Stars. I just looked on my Hulu.
And I do think you can rent it digitally off Amazon.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to sell mine and buy a house.
Truly, in a Reddit thread I was on, somebody was like, well, just saw one listed for $500 on eBay.
I'll trade somebody Daylight 4K with a slip, mint condition, for a ticket to see the Odyssey at the City Walk on Thursday night at 7.
I put my Daylight copy in one of those slip sleeve protectors from Vinegar Syndrome.
God, yeah. Ever since you told me you had put some of your titles in cases like that, I lost my mind. They're like $2 a piece. So if you multiply that by
30,000,
the amount of movies we own,
you're fucked.
It's impossible. But there is a part of me that goes into my little movie room and I'm like, man, why aren't any of these in cases? Why aren't all of these in cases?
It is like the most slippery slope in the world.
Anything else on Daylight?
I don't know, man. I think it rules. Anybody want to come over and watch it, just let me know. I'm trying at all times.
I mean, I give myself about 3 weeks before I watch that tunnel explosion again.
It's great, dude. It's done great. Well.
It's brutal.
In the last 5 minutes of this movie, there are 2 static shots of the World Trade Center, and it was weird.
Yeah, I mean, it is a movie that plays a lot differently after 9/11. Mm-hmm. I knew that it was 90s, so I knew, but it popped into my head even, way before there was any imagery of the World Trade Center. But just a strange, ironic kind of accident, whatever you want to call it, the imagery at the end, I think.
Yeah, without a doubt. I kind of like seeing Stallone in not I think it's one of the charms of Cliffhanger as well. Like him as an everyday person. He's so not an everyday person because he's Sylvester Stallone. He can barely look normal. But I like that it's not him as a super huge action star.
Yeah, he does some stuff that's physically beyond my capabilities in this movie. But the fact that he's been knocked down, his backstory, like that you find him sort of like, you know, he's like you like him as a cab driver in the first 2 minutes, you know, but then you find out all this other backstory about him, and he's trying to redeem himself, and I think it works a lot. I loved him in this.
Yeah, I think he's great, you know. I mean, like, I don't know why I have a soft spot for Sylvester Stallone, but fuck it, dude. When are we doing Lockup?
We gotta get back on Arnold, man.
I know.
I feel bad for Arnold.
I'm sitting here with Raw Deal and Red Heat in my shame pile.
I can't.
Daylight rules. Don't listen to Kurt. Watch it 150 times.
Okay, Sam, before we go, it's time to put wishes out into the physical media universe for titles on formats that do not yet exist.
I'm about to blow your fucking mind apart, dude. I wish for an Arrow big box of Dragonheart.
I wish for a Kino Lorber 4K of Behind Enemy Lines.
I saw Behind Enemy Lines in theaters with my friend Dan and his mom.
Of course. It was PG-13.
Yeah.
We were like 13. It was a big event.
Oh, God, dude. What a cut.
36% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Who made that movie?
A man named John Moore, who directed the Omen remake,
Ugh.
A Good Day to Die Hard, and the feature film adaptation of Max Payne, starring Mark Wahlberg.
Marky Mark, yeah.
I just looked up the Wikipedia for Max Payne, and boy, you should really check out that theatrical poster at some point if I don't send you 10 copies of it. Behind Enemy Lines, no idea what it's about. I was watching Narrow Margin, fantastic little thriller that came out from Kino, 4K, maybe last year. That stars Gene Hackman. And then I was also watching Hot Ones, starring Owen Wilson, the other day. And it, you know, brought back Enemy Lines to my brain. And I was like, damn, what's up with that?
I'm pretty sure Owen Wilson's like a stealth fighter pilot, and his plane goes down behind enemy lines, if you will.
Dude, say no more.
I think without a doubt, Behind Enemy Lines rules.
Have you seen Dragonheart?
Nope. Never saw it, but this is the IMDb description. The last dragon and a disillusioned dragon-slaying knight must unite to stop an evil king who was granted partial immortality. What? And Sean Connery voices this dragon? Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Oh, I bet the CGI is so bad.
Oh, I bet you it's terrible. I bet you this movie is borderline unwatchable.
An Arrow big box.
Oh my
blind
God.
buy. Oh my God.
Sell every movie I own and just get 150 copies of fucking Dragonheart. I love a stupid medieval action movie. Come on. Rob Cohen knows how to direct an action scene.
100%.
Say whatever you will about Fast and the Furious, but that man did give us the line, "You can have any beer you want as long as it's a Corona."
He didn't write Fast and the Furious.
He did, dude. He wrote
Did he?
that line. No, I don't know.
Oh.
Probably not. No.
Okay, that is it for another episode of Physical Therapy, a movie podcast. Thank you all for listening. Thank you to Patrick LeBon for our music. Thank you to Kimberly for producing. She might be back.
Who should be back next week.
She might be back.
Oh my God. As always, if you guys are liking and enjoying this podcast, we're going to request that you leave us a review or tell a friend or follow us on Instagram at PT Movie Pod. We love doing the show and we want to get it out to as many people as possible. Oh, also on that note, mad shout out to our one listener in Vermont, Tom. Tom, it was lovely to meet you this past week, and I thank you for listening.
Thank you to Tom. Thank you to Sam. Thank you for going down into the tunnel with me and surviving. We did it. Take care of that Daylight 4K, Sam.
Dude, I'm sleeping with it every night.
We will see you next week.